Yeah, you know, it's like what happened just before my mother died. You know, we'd gone to the hospital to see my mother, and I went in to see her. And I saw this woman who looked as bad as any survivor of Auschwitz or Dachau. And I was out in the hall, sort of comforting my father, when a doctor, who was a specialist in a problem that she had with her arm, went into her room and came out just beaming. And he said, "Boy, don't we have a lot of reason to feel great. Isn't it wonderful how she's coming along?" Now, all he saw was the arm. That's all he saw. Now, here's another person who's existing in a dream, who on top of that is a kind of butcher, who's committing a kind of familial murder, because when he comes out of that room, he psychically kills us by taking us into a dream world where we become confused and frightened. Because the moment before, we saw somebody who already looked dead, and now here comes a specialist who tells us they're in wonderful shape. I mean, they were literally driving my father crazy. I mean, here's an 82-year-old man who's very emotional. And, if you go in one moment and you see the person's dying and you don't want them to die, and then a doctor comes out 5 minutes later and tells you they're in wonderful shape, I mean, you can go crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, the doctor didn't see my mother. People at the public theater didn't see me. I mean, we're just walking around in some kind of fog. I think we're all in a trance. We're walking around like zombies. I don't think we're even aware of ourselves or our own reaction to things. We're just going around all day like unconscious machines, and meanwhile there's all of this rage and worry and uneasiness just building up and building up inside us.
That's right. It just builds up. And then it just leaps out inappropriately.